Hey, Beach Hunter here. You can find me on the web at blogthebeach.com or beachhunter.net. Today I want to tell you about some products, new products that are coming out that are designed to use after you've been stung by a stinging marine animal. Here's a product for fire coral stings, a product for man-of-war stings, a product for stingray stings, and for sea urchin stings. Now, I'm not selling these products, I'm just telling you about them because I think they're very worthwhile, and the company that manufactures these, Ocean Care Solutions, has sent me these samples because they know that I'm very interested in jellyfish and jellyfish sting injuries. So the ones I want to talk about especially today, I'm not going to do a detailed review here on every product and what's in the kit, but I do want to talk about specifically the man-of-war kit and the stingray kit, because those are the most common injuries that I come across, and most of the questions involve those. So also, let's not forget just the ordinary run-of-the-mill jellyfish injury, which is not as severe usually as the man-of-war. And they have a spray. Now this is a vinegar-based spray, and it has 5% acetic acid, or 5% vinegar, in a type of a gel, and essentially when you're stung by the jellyfish, you rinse off the tentacles and then you spray this on there, and it creates a suspension on your skin and neutralizes the sting of the jellyfish. Vinegar is a common theme in these products because vinegar is what has been shown to be most effective against jellyfish tentacles. In other words, it neutralizes, it stops them from stinging you once they're on your skin. The man-of-war is a special jellyfish because it stings you much more severely usually than a normal jellyfish that you might encounter. And so this kit not only has the acetic acid in it, but it also has a heat pack that you put on your skin. The stingray also has the heat pack because heat destroys the poison of jellyfish and stingrays, and it's very effective. So what I want to do now is just crack open the man-of-war packet so you can see everything that's in the kit. They put a lot more in the kit here really than you'll need, and they know that. They did that on purpose apparently, to make sure that you do have supplies for first aid supplies for whatever situation you might find yourself in with a sting. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up this kit. This one is not sealed. I've already been into it. Notice on the back there's a set of instructions. It's a foil packet so that it's waterproof. You can carry it with you. Or if you're a first responder, lifeguard, beach patrol, you've got everything you need here. Okay, so first of all, there's a little latex-free gloves so you can handle the wound. You've got an antibiotic. This is a hydrocortisone cream, a large Band-Aid, some gauze, and of course the acetic acid vinegar solution to spray on. You've got a sort of a tongue depressor here that you could use for scraping. You've got a saline solution which is salt water, just to rinse the wound off, because you do not want to use fresh water to rinse off jellyfish tentacles. Some gauze sponges, antiseptic towelette, and triple antibiotic ointment. There's also some forceps or tweezers to remove any remaining tentacles without touching them with your hands. And of course, the most important part of this is an instant heat compress. And this is what will supply heat to the wound out in the field. So basically you just fold this over and break the packet inside, and it will start to heat up. So that's what's in the kit, and I want to tell you a little bit more about this. Let's talk about jellyfish stings and what makes jellyfish stings get better. There are all kinds of things. People will tell you to put meat tenderizer on. They'll tell you to urinate on it. They have all kinds of home remedies for it. But the general consensus in the scientific and medical community is that vinegar is the best thing. Now, vinegar, you can buy it over the counter at your grocery store. You can buy a gallon of vinegar for just a few dollars. The problem with that may be that the concentration of vinegar is a little unpredictable, and it may not always be strong enough to do the job. Again, the general consensus is that you need about 5% solution of acetic acid to neutralize the jellyfish stings. And often, according to what I understand, the common vinegar may go down as low as 2% or 3% solution, and you put that on and it may not do the job. So that's one reason to buy a product like this, is you know you're getting 5%. And it's in a solution, and it's in actually a gel which stays on your skin. It doesn't just run off like plain vinegar does. So it stays where it needs to be. For most jellyfish, the gel is going to be enough, the vinegar-based gel. But for the man of war, the heat is really important. And they found that 113 degrees for about 15 minutes is what it takes to ease the pain of the man of war stings. Now, when I read the directions on the package, there's directions actually on the outside of the package, and also there's an insert on the inside of this kit that tells you how to use it. And I was a little confused by the instructions as far as the order of using the vinegar and the heat. So I clarified that with Ocean Care Solutions, and generally you want to use them simultaneously. So you put the vinegar gel on, then you put the heat on right away, and leave it for at least 15 minutes. Another thing I want to talk to you about is that there is some argument over whether vinegar is appropriate to put on a man of war sting. Right now there's no scientific-based evidence either way. There are some who have noticed that in certain people, when they apply vinegar, the pain gets worse for a period of time. And so for that reason they say, well, you probably shouldn't use vinegar. In the experience of other people, they feel that even though the pain might get worse for a short time, it does get better, and they feel that the vinegar is helpful in doing that. So right now I know Ocean Care Solutions is pursuing a scientific-based study to determine once and for all whether vinegar is the best thing. But they're going to be issuing, I understand, 2 kits. One kit for the man of war sting without vinegar, and one kit with vinegar, because I know certain first responder organizations have decided not to use vinegar. Some have decided to use vinegar, and so they're offering that. Personally, I'd probably give the vinegar a try and see how it works. But the most important thing is heat, and this heat pack should do it. So that's the man of war sting kit, and I think it's an awesome product, and certainly I wouldn't hesitate to use it if I found myself stung by a man of war. The Stingray kit has essentially the same supplies in it that the man of war kit has, with the exception of the vinegar, the acetic acid, because the vinegar treatment is not necessary for the Stingray injury. It's a different type of venom, a different type of sting than with the jellyfish. So the most important thing with Stingray is to get heat on it, and the heat is what what kills the poison and the pain. So it also comes with instructions on the back and on the inside for the details. I'm not going to go through details of that. And for the sea urchin and the fire coral, also the kits are very similar. So you can find out more about the product on the company's website, oceancaresolutions.com. And I highly recommend that if you're a first responder or if you're somebody who spends time in or around the water where you might be come into contact with these types of marine animals, that you seriously consider carrying one of these kits with you. Maybe you're a diver, a windsurfer, a snorkeler, surfer, a wade fisherman who might come into contact with stingrays, a kayaker, anything that's on the water or in the water like that. Definitely worth having this, because when you're out in the field, you know, you're not going to have heat unless you have the heat pack. You're likely not going to have vinegar or the tweezers or forceps or other little first aid supplies that you might need. When you need it right now. And a kit like this doesn't take up much space. It's very light, and so highly worthwhile. Check it out.